Hey guys, as you mentioned, I'm Mike Batchelor. On the way over here, my son told me that if I got nervous to just imagine the audience in their underwear. Unfortunately, I know one of the people that came to see me isn't wearing any, so that did not work out well. But hey, I'm proud of a lot of things in my life, but probably the two things I'm most proud of are my DD214 and my beautiful granddaughter. So let me tell you a story about my granddaughter. So she, sitting right there in the audience. A while back, I'm sitting in my easy chair watching TV. She's sitting down in front of me, and I'm thinking about her, and I'm thinking, God, what a proud Air Force legacy she has. You know, her mother was an airman, her father was an airman, both of her grandfathers were airmen, even her great-grandfather was an airman. About that time, she turned around and looked at me and smiled with her teeth full of the crayons she was eating, and I thought, this one's probably going to be a Marine. As a grandpa, I'm a Gen Xer, right? So Gen Xers, we sit in that awkward void between the mature and beautiful baby boomers and the cute and feisty millennials. We're basically the Jan Brady of generations, right? So, and I can actually tell all the millennials are pulling out their phones trying to figure out who the heck Jan Brady is. At that age, I've got a unique relationship with technology, right? I grew up before everybody had smartphones, but you know, I'm at a point now where I use my smartphone for everything. I use it for my camera, my music collection, and I recently discovered a hidden feature that I'd never noticed before. It turns out you can make phone calls on it too. So, calls are a lot more complicated, though, than they used to be, right? It used to be, you know, if you think about, you know, let's go back to the Bradys, right? If you think about Sam the Butcher, if he wanted to call Alice, he would just pick up the phone, dial the Brady's number, and she'd answer, right? Because, well, A, that was the only way to get the phone to stop ringing, and B, she didn't know who it was, right? Maybe it was Mr. Brady, maybe it was Marcia telling her that she broke her nose, or, you know, maybe it was Sam calling to get his freak on, right? So, but caller ID and smartphones, they've changed the balance of power in the phone call game, right? It's, you know, today, you don't just make a phone call. You don't just cold call somebody. If Sam wanted to call Alice, he'd have to start off just like all of us do, right? He'd have to send a text first, right? So, but, you know, he can't just send any text, right? He's trying to date Alice and all that goodness, and he says, you know, so he's got to pick a message that's sophisticated and but not too overly over the top. So he's probably gonna go with a classic like "How you doing?" Right? So he waits. Right? He doesn't know what Alice is gonna do. Maybe she's you know, maybe she doesn't like him. He doesn't know, but she fires back. Right? She's like, "Sup, baby?" So right? So, you know, Sam knows he's got her now, so he's going to say something, you know, he's going to say what any other guy would say, right? So, like, you know, what are you wearing, right? So what's Alice going to say? She's going to say the only thing she can, blue dress, white apron, lunch lady shoes. Sam's like, nice, right? Again, you know, at this age, you know, I kind of look back on my life, and I see the phases of my life I've gone through, right? You know, in my 20s, I was, you know, us Gen Xers, we were inventing the internet and grunge music. We were, there you go. And I call that phase kicking grass, right? You know, that's where we got our start, right? Then you get into your 30s and you buy a house and you have kids and you take care of the lawn, so I call that phase mowing grass, right? And then now I'm at this phase in my life where I'm kind of old, I'm getting a little cranky, and everything irritates me, right? So I call this phase get off my grass, right? But I got to tell you, one thing that does not irritate me is knowing that my beautiful little crayon-eating granddaughter is going to make a difference in this world. So, love you, Maddie.